What's going on, everyone? Should be a Tuesday. I'm recording this on a Monday. We haven't had morning announcements yet, so I worry, are we going to be interrupted by morning announcements? They are calling for like pool testing, so I'm sure we'll have some of those interruptions, but this is like the only time I can record. So hopefully we had that good discussion about what happened the day before. Hey, also, human brain, there's a Google form. If I didn't mention it, at the bottom is a poll. Do you want to keep reading Bang? So after Crash, we're almost done with Crash. So after like probably February vacation, somewhere around there, we'll start a new book. Does that book that we start, will that be Bang? Okay, so if you want to do Bang, write yes. If you don't want to continue the Visions trilogy, let me know. We'll read something else. It's up to you. Majority rules, whatever wins. All right. So we ended with her starting to doubt, like she might have the timing off. She thought it was going to be Saturday night, like the night of Valentine's Day. In reality, it could be like 2 or 3 hours from now. Okay. So we ended at kind of an awkward place, but we can pick it up. I'll get rid of myself. And it should be like with the highlighted part right there. So we ended right here. I slammed my body back into the living room chair with a groan, knocking a box of recipes off the table next to me, then scrambled to my feet to check the time. Holy crap. So she's swearing more and more as the time gets closer here. Because with these facts, the snow forecast, Sawyer not working, this crash cannot happen tomorrow night. It's happening tonight. It's 5:42 when I realize that I do not have 25 hours and 22 minutes to save the world. I have 1 hour and 22 minutes. 1 hour, 22 minutes. My hands start to shake and my throat goes dry. The scenes from the vision are no longer attached, top of the next column, to windows and walls and screens and books, but they swirl around me, giving me vertigo. So if you've never heard of vertigo, I hope you don't have any parents or grandparents that have vertigo, but it's basically when you are unbalanced and the world is almost like turning upside down. It can really debilitate some people, making them not able to work and stuff just because the world doesn't look normal to them. They're always off balance and stuff. They can't drive a car. And sometimes it happens in like episodes. It's not always how their brain works, but it's like you never know when it's going to pop up. I grab the wall to steady myself, and then I go to the phone because the only thing that screams in my ears right now is the conversation I had with Sawyer's mother yesterday when I was trying to get a reservation. How about Friday or Sunday? Friday or Sunday? Friday or Sunday? I have the wherewithal to dial *67 and then yank the restaurant's phone number from somewhere in my memory because I certainly can't look it up right now. When a young woman answers, I say in the same voice as the one I used yesterday, "Hello there. Any chance I can make a reservation for tonight? Party of 8, 7 p.m. Sure, one moment. I think we had a cancellation. I keep my eyes closed to stop the spinning and count every second that goes by. She comes back. All right, no problem. Last name? My eyes spring open, and I have to hold myself back from blurting out my real name. Kravitz. Kravitz. 7 o'clock. You're all set. I almost shout. Can we have window tables? She hesitates. Sure, she says. I think I may have scared her. I force myself to speak calmly. Thank you. Thank you very much. You'll have the tables ready on time, right? We won't be able to, we won't, what? We won't be able to wait? Okay. You'll have the tables ready on time, right? We won't be able to wait. My head is aching. Of course, Miss Kravitz. We'll take good care of you. This is at the next column, by the way. Thank you. We hang up, and I feel like the band around my chest has loosened slightly. When I open my eyes, things have slowed down. In fact, something's quite different. I lunge for the TV remote and turn it on, hitting slow motion immediately. And there it is, the difference. I pause it, hands shaking. On the window scene, the tables are empty And on the last scene, something else is different. Now, in the body bag scene, there are only 4 bags. Only 4. One phone call saved 5 people's lives. Holy mother of crap. I whisper as I stare at the new frame, but Sawyer's dead face remains. Dun, dun, dun. So she's basically saying, all right, I don't care if there are 4 other people dead. That's fine. But Sawyer can't be one of them. I'm sure it's not exactly like that. I'm sure she wants to save all the lives, but she definitely wants Sawyer to be alive, right? Hey, he might like her. Who knows? We'll find out. All right, the next one, chapter 32. Despite staring at Sawyer's dead face, I feel a surge of hope. The swirling scenes around me have calmed down, as if I'm being rewarded for figuring something out, for getting something right. I glance at my watch. There you go. Try not to freak out.
Trinity Brooks, please come to the main office. Trinity Brooks, please come to the main office.
We'll interrupt the whole school for Trinity Brooks. She's got to come to the office. My next move is figuring out how to get my grounded butt, can I say ass? I don't know. My grounded butt out of here without being noticed. But first, I need you. I text to Trey. And then I turn on the computer. Everything I see is the new crash version. Top of the next column. In less than 2 minutes, I hear the pounding. Trey taking the steps 2 at a time. He bursts into the apartment. You okay? So far. Can you do something for me? What is it? Search exterior gas valve shut off. Hurry. He only hesitates a split second, and then he does it. Excuse me, but the computer takes agonizingly long to load anything. Why am I doing this? Because I can't see the web pages. I can only see the crash. Oh, God, that's so weird. Please hurry. I'm trying, he mutters, shaking the mouse side to side. You think Dad could start collecting newer models of computers, but no, that's too logical. The minutes tick away, and he types and taps his fingers on the desk. Here it comes, finally, he says, and then he reads everything he finds about shut-off valves. I jiggle, nervous energy pulsing through me. He can't read fast enough. Okay, thank you, Trey. Sorry. There's a question mark there. Okay, thank you. Trey? Yes? I love you. He looks at me. Jesus, Jules, what are you doing? I bite my lip. I have to go for a bit. The crash, I think it's happening tonight. I want to say more, but I can't. I need him to say something big, so I know he's on my side. He doesn't move. Only his eyes flip back and forth on mine. Tell me everything, he says finally. Top of the next column. I glance at the clock and jump to my feet. It's after 6. I don't have time. It's happening at 7:04 p.m. I glide through the piles of junk to my room and grab the Elvira wig. I gotta go. I slip my arms around his waist and hug him. He hugs back. But Jules, this is see, he almost said crazy, probably to make her, he didn't want to make her feel bad. There we go. More announcements here. We'll just stop.
Meet me pool number 2 to the cafeteria, please. That's pool number 2 to the cafeteria.
Pool number 2. We'll just stop all education right now. Pool number 2, that, young lady to the main office, whatever. Why teach anything? Right? Why teach? All right, I'm just kidding. That's my old man rant for the day. Get off my lawn while you're at it. It's my old man rant. Okay, back to the reading until our next interruption. So we're sometimes someplace down here. It's okay if you don't believe me. I find myself saying for the second time today. I just have to do this, and I'll see you later. I'll be at Ignati's. Don't tell them, Mom and Dad, unless it's absolutely necessary. Jules, you're talking scary. Just sit tight, okay? Stay here. I'm going to get Mom. Trey, I say, and I've never been more calm. If you stop me from saving Sawyer Ignati, I will never, ever forgive you. If I'm actually crazy right now, nothing will happen to Ignati's or to me, and I'll be fine, and you can tell Mom everything then. But if I'm not crazy, this crash is really about to happen, I have to do something. I have to. I can't not do it. I have a feeling this vision thing won't totally leave me until it's all over. But it calms down when I do the right thing. And right now, I'm doing the right thing. That's all I'm sure of. I look at him. I need you to keep mom and dad from noticing that I'm gone, or I'm totally screwed, okay? He shakes his head at me, a perplexed look on his face. Jesus, Jules. He leans over, grips the back of the desk chair, and gives it a little shake. You said that already. I grab his arm. Trey, come on. Top of the next column. Don't doubt me. You know me. I'm not insane. Is it a lie? Guess we'll find out. So, of course, again, italics, that's all in her head. But since this is first person, we can hear it. The quotes stop there. So that's where she is, that's the out loud words. These are the words inside her head that only we can hear. And of course, she can hear too. We should call the police then, he says, turning back to face me. And tell them what? That a crash is about to happen? Yeah, that'll work. Worry grips his face, and I totally understand why. Now, I'm not sure if all she can see is a vision, like how she can see his face, but he had to look that up on the computer, so maybe it's just worse on the screens or whatever. But that's the second time she's been able to see his face. I totally understand why, but I'm running out of time. All the muscles in my body are twitching, urging me to go out the door. But my brain tells me I have to get at least one person to sort of believe me, or everything else will be messed up. He just shakes his head, and I can hear his phone vibrating in his pocket. He checks it. Mom, he says. He gives me an urgent look. Okay, he says finally. I'll cover for you. Just don't do anything stupid. Don't be Superman and call me immediately when it's over or whatever, right? Electricity surges through me like I've won a battle. Thanks. I'll call you. I promise. I grab my wig, coat, and keys and fly to the door. Wait, he says. He looks around the dining room frantically. Hold up a second. You need... He spies something and goes to it, wrestling a red box from the middle of the pile of junk. He pulls it out, causing an avalanche, and it opens it. It's a toolbox. You need this, he says, handing me a wrench. For the gas valve. A quarter turn will shut it off. Do it and get the hell out of there. Promise me? I take the wrench. Promise. I reach up and grab him around the neck, giving him a quick kiss on the cheek, and he doesn't even wipe it off. I think I need to sneeze here at some point. Yeah. Excuse me. See you in a little bit. And then I turn and go down the steps as quietly as I can and escape out the door to the alley and hop into my giant meatball truck. Wait a second. How's she driving? Isn't that dangerous? On my wristwatch, both white-gloved Mickey Mouse hands point at the 6. 34 minutes. So if both hands point at the 6, I think that means 6:30, right? Mickey Mouse, she must have a Mickey Mouse watch. Both hands point at the 6. Yeah, that's 6:30. Man, I'm sorry. I wish I could read a little bit better without my voice. So this is like a week and a half after like having COVID, and I'm still not. So if any of you, it's just like a bad cold. I mean, it's like a cold right now, but I know that some of you have gotten COVID, and it's like, does it usually take this long to get fully recovered? Not cool. All right, here we go. Where are we at? Just call the police. Mom, don't be a Superman. Yeah. Promise. Reach up, grab, kick, 6 up. Right here. On my wristwatch. Okay, right here. 34 minutes to the explosion. Way too much time wasted. I wind the giant meatball truck around town, and the route that normally takes me just under 5 minutes takes twice as long because of the snow and the cars. I want to barrel right over them. Hurry up, I scream, shaking the steering wheel. Finally, I drive past Ignati's, and my suspicion is confirmed. The decorations are up now. Giant, puffy, crepe paper pendants like hearts that look like, well, apparently they look like light fixtures from far away. Top of the next column. The Ignati's must have hung them this morning, but I don't have time to ponder trivial things. Trivial things? Those are things that don't really mean that much. Trivial. I'm actually back in the classroom, so I could pause, and too late now, but I could pause and ask anybody who's extremely intelligent what they think trivial things are. And I'm sure you would have said something like things that don't mean much. I drive to the street where the snowplow will come from. At 6:41, I park a couple blocks away so nobody sees my truck. I take out my cell phone and text Sawyer, not caring what he'll think of me when he gets the message. I was wrong. The explosion is tonight at 7:04. Please, Sawyer, I won't bother you again. I just had to tell you, get out of there. I don't have time to wait for a reply. I grab the wrench, shove the wig on my head, and fly out of the truck and down the street in the snow. I pass the sign and glance at the fire hydrant across the street. Snow level isn't right. It's too low. And I almost stop, but the vision's frequency ramps up when I start to slow down. So I keep going. So it does seem like something is telling her to try to like, hey, you need to keep going. Like this, don't second guess yourself or something like that. I reach the back of the building, sneak along it, edging under the window, praying that nobody comes out the back door right now. When I get to the gas meter, it's covered in snow. I wipe it clean and look for the lever that Trey described to me. Finally, I find it, but it's encased in ice. I try to break the ice around it with my hands, but it doesn't budge. I chip away at the ice with a crescent wrench, cringing at every noise it makes, sweat pouring from under my wig as I whip my gloves off and try to get a better grasp on the joints around the lever. And I can't even think about how much time is passing because it just makes my fingers fumble. At one point, the wrench slips and splits open my knuckle. Ooh, I'm not going to say that word right there. It's a bad word, though. I mutter, but I keep going, blood and all. Finally, the lever is free. I glance at my watch and frantically figure out the timing. If I turn the gas off too soon, their stoves will go out. And they'll come out, check on it. Just the wrong time. So many ways for people to die here, I think. My watch says 6:53. I close my eyes, my thighs quaking from sitting on my haunches for so long. My fingers still bleeding, starting to throb. Gingerly, we know that word already, I think, right? Gingerly. I put my gloves back on, watching the stain form in the cloth. But there's no time to worry about something so trivial now. You do know trivial now. I still haven't figured out how to save Sawyer and the other three. I glance at the window of a nearby house and watch the scene. If Sawyer believes me, plans to get out of there, my bet is that his body bag will disappear. But it only takes a few seconds to find out that there are still 4 dead from this event. Come on, Sawyer, I whisper, believe me. It's 6:56. I'm still sitting here. My phone buzzes. There we go. Another interruption. Here we go.
At this time, we need pool number 3 to the cafeteria.
All right, pool number 3.
Pool number 3 to the cafeteria.
All right. Luckily, it's a quick one. Okay. Back to it. Now, where was I? Somewhere around here, I think. My phone buzzes in my pocket, but I can't look at it. When I hear rumbling, you should look at it. Come on. Why can't she look at it? She should. It could be Sawyer. Could save her life. I look up and almost wet my pants. A snowplow is barreling up the road in my direction, 8 minutes early. I shake my watch in case it stopped, but the second hand keeps ticking away. She should look at her phone, right? Apple time, isn't it always correct? A second later, I realize the truck is going slower than the one in the vision. This plow is engaged, so it looks like it's actually plowing the street. It hits me now. In the vision, the road is freshly plowed, and the out-of-control truck has its plow up. This is not the same truck. I breathe a sigh of relief and mop my sweaty forehead. All right, that long paragraph right there, probably a good place for us to stop. All right. Hope you enjoyed a little reading, about 20 minutes more. Hopefully you became a little bit better reader. After this, I think you should have time to work on your essay, finish that thing up if it's not done. You should have time to work on the Google form for the brain and also study for Friday's quiz or complete that graphic organizer. So hopefully plenty to do in the last 20 minutes of class. All right.